Hello again, everybody. Ed Lazar here with Essential Team Advisors, and it's time for another Whiteboard Wednesday. Yay, Deontay, thanks for that. I got to give him a quick shout out every time. Whiteboard Wednesday, it was just brilliant. We're going to come up with other things to do during the week that rhyme with the days, or he's going to. I'm not that creative. We've talked about having days, Whiteboard Wednesdays, that can benefit business owners, individual career seekers, and some that are just purely motivational and purely personal. Today is one of those days where I'd like to speak to business owners. Business owners who want to recruit new team members to their organizations. So owners, you might even want to talk to your HR folks about this, or if you have recruiters, let's talk about recruiting. The biggest question you want to answer before you recruit is, are you really ready to hire? So many times business owners will say, oh, I need one of those, or I need one of these. I've got to have more salespeople. I have to have an executive assistant. I need this or I need that. They think they have a gap somewhere, or they find something they really don't want to do themselves and they want to delegate it, and that's fine. But there should be some intention behind it, and there should be some preparation behind it. So, if you're really ready to hire, these 5 elements will be in place to answer the top 2 complaints of job candidates. Having done a lot of recruiting for a number of different companies in a number of different industries, we've learned a few common things, some things we've heard from candidates all along. And their top 2 complaints about the last job they had, you always ask them, why are you leaving your current job? Top 2, ready? Not what they said it would be. The ad said this, the interviewer said that, and I got to the job and it wasn't anything like that. What the heck? So, all right, I'm here, I have the job, I have to stick it out. They'll last 6 months, a year, and they're done, and they're out. And what has that meant for you, for the business owner? A waste of time and a waste of resources. The second complaint, and even more critical, provided, let's say you found the right person and the job is what they said it was, the second complaint is, they didn't train me. I had to go in and learn it on my own. No one was there for me. I showed up on the job, they said, that's where you sit, or there's your workstation, there's the bathroom, lunch is at 11:30, good luck. Okay, what do I do next? I'm sorry, I've got to get to a meeting. So no training, no guidance, no understanding of what the expectations were. Those are the top 2 complaints from job candidates that we've hired for other folks. So if we're going to do hiring for you, we want you to be ready to hire, absolutely ready to hire. Here are the 5 elements for actually being ready to hire. Number 1, proper planning. Yeah, you're going to get tired of me talking about planning, but it is absolutely important. It should start with a good strategic plan. And in that strategic plan will be an organizational chart. Here's the layout. Here's who's doing which jobs. These are all jobs that are essential for our company to move forward. And they should then be acted on or acted out during the business plan, which cascades down from the strategic plan. And actually, the business plan should have a hiring plan as a part of it. So we have the org chart. We know how it's organized, provided you have these things. And if you don't, this is first. You get it? It'll have the hiring plan. Here's who we need immediately. Once those jobs start paying for themselves, here's who we'll need next. So, the hiring plan. Know who you want, who you need, and what positions they're going to have. And then along the lines of clear expectations, which again go back to the top complaints, have an employment manual updated and job descriptions that align with the employment manual. You really need to lay out on paper in an organized fashion exactly what a new candidate should expect and what you expect them to do. Without that, they're just going to kind of bumble around or be left to their own creativity, which is not always bad. I mean, you don't have to organize to the point of strangulation where you can't make a move, but you need to set some things forward. And in an employment manual, everybody knows the rules. Everybody knows what's out of bounds, what's in bounds. And again, you can even build some flexibility into an employment manual, but without one, nobody knows what to do. I actually heard a case one time where someone said, tell me what you would do about this, Ed. My employment letter said I was entitled to unlimited paid time off. I said, now that has to be wrong. Unlimited paid time off. Yeah, unlimited PTO days. I said, well, what does the employment manual say? I asked this candidate. I said, we don't have an employment manual. So there's no definition for that. It's just in a letter. I said, you have that letter? Yeah, here it is. And I saw it. It was right there. Unlimited PTO. I said, here's what you do. Tomorrow morning, you go in and say, I'll see you in 365 days. I'm taking my unlimited PTO time right now. What do you mean? Well, here it is. It's unlimited PTO. So in the effort to be flexible, the employer went over and above, didn't think about what they were doing, didn't have a plan, didn't have an employment manual to back up exactly what that meant. In a court of law, I'm guessing, just guessing, because I'm not a lawyer, that would have held up. Or they'd have found a way to terminate that employee who brought it to their attention and try and come up with something a little better defined. Employment manual, job descriptions, clear expectations with metrics. So how do you know if you're doing a good job? How does that new candidate know? Unless they know what's expected of them, and there are some metrics to follow. If you do this and it gets this, here it is, here's the chart, here's the little dials. You see metrics all the time, dashboards. Everybody's got a dashboard for everything. You're in red, yellow, or green. Everybody wants to be in the green. You think there's something behind that color? Of course there is. So when all that's laid out, what about onboarding? So you bring a new team member in. They've passed the mirror test, and we'll talk about how to do proper recruiting another time. So they passed the mirror test. They put steam on the mirror according to your metrics, and now they show up. Here they are, first day. Hi, they're all shiny and new, and they're excited. They know what's expected of them. The job description fits their strengths. Do you take the time to welcome them properly? I sure hope so. Welcome and sharing, again, the company values, the company culture, getting everybody to say hello. We're not going to throw a party with clowns and balloons, but you want to make sure that they feel welcome, that they know they're a part of the team. And then get into the training process. It's not a manual. It's like, here's everything you need to know. Go get it. It's a process. It's someone responsible to mentor this new person. Everybody's been new at one time or another. So someone to stand right by that new person with the employment process, and maybe it is a manual, maybe it's a how-to, maybe it's just PDFs on a desktop, whatever it is, the process. Hey, welcome. Glad you're here. Here's where you can hang your coat. Here's where the bathroom is. Here's where you can put your lunch. And here's how we're going to get started. The first 6 weeks of the program, we will do this, this, and this. Part of it's going to be me showing you. Part of it will be the two of us doing this together. And part of it will be you doing it and me watching you. And then when you graduate, you should be able to do this, this, and this. That's a process. That's documentation. That's support. That's more than just, hi, welcome. It means you're really a part of the team and we care about your success. That's how you touch people. That's how you show them that you really care. If you don't care about that new team member, if they're just like one of the machines on the floor, they're going to feel that right away. They won't be around long. So, proper recruiting. Answer the top 2 complaints of job candidates. Not what they said it would be, they didn't train me. Do so and be really ready to hire following these 5 elements. Proper planning, an employment manual, job descriptions, state clear expectations, have a proper onboarding system that has a solid welcome and training processes, and you will engender the loyalty, the dedication of a great new team member that really fits. That's supposed to be where they can function best and can help you the best as a business owner. Hope this helps. Thanks so much for your time. Ed Lazar, Essential Team Advisors.